You know the way. You can drive.
And where exactly are we going?
So, dann machen wir mal weiter hier. Ist er zu? Da ist aber zu. Oder gibt es da irgendwas? Gibt's überhaupt nichts. Unser Antonias Wohnsitz.
Can you drive to this one?
Fine. Where are we headed?
Da muss noch irgendwas sein, oder? Und da muss auch noch was sein, glaube ich. Du hast vergessen, warum wir es nicht herfahren wieder. Ins Telefon, sagt sie. Jawohl, sie wollte rüber zum Telefon gehen, vielleicht auf der anderen Seite. Da ist die Bar. Personenhinweise.
Isn't he the cop who won a medal in some...
Wird da drüben was sein? Und vielleicht hinterm Haus.
Say, honey, what's up?
Sir, do you work here?
Sorry, pal, just making deliveries.
From where?
Just Pick Fruit Market across the street.
A fruit market delivers here?
Yeah, sure does. The Mexes love a little slice with their tequila.
We found a crate a lot like the ones you're wheeling there, except it was filled with booze. You know anything about that?
What? No, we deliver all over the place, officer. No telling where the boxes end up. Excuse me, I have to get on with this.
Fine, thanks.
Was nicht.
Sam has taken me to Palm Springs for the weekend.
So, how's your tuna fish salad?
Das war nix. Was ich anschauen könnte.
Well, you don't...
Dann rufe ich da mal an.
Cole Phelps, badge 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
Are there any messages for me?
Message from Captain Donnelly, Detective. Your presence is requested urgently at Central Station. A new letter from the Dahlia killer has been found.
Thank you.
Dann zurück zum Revier.
You don't think it's strange that all these murders are happening to girls who've been out drinking?
No, no. A broad drinks, she gets a bit tight, she starts mouthing off. This leads to that, and she ends up in an alleyway. It's a sad story, but this town's seen it play out 1,000 times, Cole.
Why don't you want to see a connection here?
Because there are perfectly good real-life suspects for every one of these murders. We don't need to go looking for the monster under the bed.
Another letter? I thought the letter was from a nut.
These letters, Brown and Hanson believe they are genuine. From him.
And now we sent another.
You know, I really hate this fuck. This Black Dahlia guy. Have you seen the body? Fucking nozzle away at your guts. Oh. Every prom queen from every fucking hick town in America turns up here. Where do they end up? Gutted on the fucking sidewalk.
Ja, so ist das halt.
The captain is waiting for you downstairs with Pinker.
Downstairs?
They're waiting down in tech services, Phelps.
Spurensicherung, also da.
Or you just cracked?
War noch nicht unten.
I'm thinking of moving up to a 45. I want to stop him with one round.
Boys, come on in. Phelps, have you met Finis Brown?
Pleased to meet you, sir.
This information is confidential and doesn't leave this room.
The new letter was left in the back seat of a cab. The driver thinks it was put through the window and not left by a customer.
We're checking all the spares back 24 hours regardless.
Good.
Like the previous letters, it's been assembled from headlines and typed from the Times and Examiner, then glued to an envelope.
What is the other note?
This one? That's also new. A poem, hand-typed.
Do you mind if I take a look?
Go ahead. We've been over both documents pretty carefully. They've been wiped with gasoline, so there's no chance of prints.
That's the message from the Celine Henry case.
SQL deal. Text. Lol. Was ist das für ein blödes Gedicht?
Keep upon thy soul by virtue of this curse.
That's why we called you in.
You think it's original?
Not unless he's a genius.
You like this nutjob's poem?
No, I like Shelley. It was written at least 100 years ago.
Shelley? Sure, I knew that.
You see, Finis? I told you this lad was a bright boy.
Sure, but what has it got to do with the case?
Prometheus Unbound. Prometheus was a titan, a superhuman character who defied the gods to bring fire to humanity.
The Dahlia guy believes he's Superman.
Your guess is as good as mine. One thing for sure is that he's educated. What about the link to the Henry case?
He could have got the wording from the papers. As you said, he is fiendishly clever and takes pleasure in taunting us. What's happening with the Maldonado case?
We have the husband in custody. We haven't interviewed him yet.
Well, upstairs then, lads, and see if we can break him.
Gibt's da noch irgendwas? Nö.
What are we waiting for?
Das sind Schallplatten. Ah. Die kann man einfach sammeln. Okay. Er kann nicht laufen.
Isn't he the cop they've been talking about on the radio?
Improved your attitude, Angel?
What do you want me to say? I was with Antonia the night she died, but she left the apartment, and that was the last time I saw her.
So your wife paid you a visit last night. What time was that?
Late, around midnight, maybe? She didn't stay long.
So. Schauen wir gleich. Ich kann das schon gegen ihn verwenden, oder?
You're lying, Angel. You went after her. I think you killed her.
You're out of your mind. My brother will tell you I was at home.
We have a witness who confirms that you were arguing, that your wife ran out, that you followed her and didn't come back.
I know this looks bad, but it's not true. We argued, all right, but she went out and I went out after her and she jumped in a car on the corner.
There was a car waiting for her? Can you describe the driver?
Not the driver. It was too dark.
Lügner.
But the car, it was a brown Ford Coupe.
Yes.
You and your wife weren't getting along. She was divorcing you. Is that why you killed her?
We fought, yeah, but we weren't getting a divorce.
Scheidung war keine Rede, aber dieses... Alles fort.
I don't believe you, Angel. She'd been granted a decree nisi. She pushed you too far and you lashed out.
I told you. I wouldn't accept a divorce.
The judge had set a date. You were going to be paraded in front of the whole city for your cruelty to her, Angel.
Antonia. Oh, Jesus. She came in drunk, out of her mind. She doesn't normally drink. She was looking around in her bag. Said she wanted to serve me papers. Me, her own husband. So I slapped her down. She ran out. That's the truth.
What size shoe do you wear, Angel?
Size 8. What difference does that make?
When we found your wife, her jewelry had been removed. Was she wearing her religious medallion last night?
Sure. She always wore that.
What about the charm bracelet? Was she wearing that?
You know about that? She never wore it. She didn't like the message. She kept it locked up in that box of hers.
Yes.
Your wife has been brutally murdered. So how do you explain your shirt being covered in blood?
You found that? I cut myself shaving.
Shaving, sagt er.
You're lying through your teeth. You killed her and your brother's in on it.
You don't know what you're saying. Why would I do that?
So, don't worry.
Sorry. Sometimes you have to shake the tree to see what falls out. Angel, I'm not going to waste any more time on this. Give me something or I'm going to have you charged.
My brother, Ippolito, he said some bad things about Antonia last night. So I had to sock him one. We got into it.
Keep talking.
She said she came from the El Dorado bar.
And?
It's not one of my places. We used to buy fruit at the market down the street. But the creep there was always running his eyes all over my wife.
What's the name of this fruit market?
Just picked fruit. Ord Street downtown.
One last
That's
question.
wichtig, wow.
Do the words kiss the blood mean anything to you?
No. Sounds sick to me.
You're not in the clear by any means, Angel. You're going back into a cell. You should think about whether you have anything else you need to share with us.
I want to make hummus.
Who's on?
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
And where exactly are we going?
Just picked. Obstmarkt.
What's your read on Maldonado?
I still like him for it. Seriously, that line about the guy at the fruit market making eyes at his woman? Please. Yeah, we'll get to the market and the guy behind the counter will tell us he saw Angel drag his old lady off into the night. This case will be shut like all the others.
Der denkt immer so negativ. Da ist er wieder, dieser Typ. Er fährt einfach so die Säule. Er ist ein Geist. Wahrscheinlich deswegen hat er den ermordet.
Sir, Wait. You look familiar.
Hey, from the bar, right? What brings you here?
LAPD. Detective Phelps and Galloway.
Clem Feeney. What can I do for you?
Did you happen to see a young woman last night? 21 years old, Hispanic?
Sure, she came by last night. Why do you ask?
The young lady arrived around midnight?
Yeah, something like that. Used the phone for a cab and then left.
Huh. Schauen wir mal. Der hat doch was zu verheimlichen, oder? Der ist schon zu blöd.
You already knew Mrs. Maldonado, didn't you, Clem?
Sure, I met her before. She seemed like a nice lady. Her husband went apeshit one day when he caught me talking to her. She had me back until last night.
Where did she go from here?
She wanted a cab, but I couldn't get her one. I was about to offer to drive her, but a car pulled up and she got into that.
Can you describe the car?
Brown Ford Coupe, I think. She seemed to know the guy.
Do you mind if we look around?
Oh.
Why would you want to do that?
Because we say so.
I guess you can. Hey, don't you have to get a court order or something? I have rights.
Clem? Shh.
Okay. Okay, da gibt es einmal nichts. So eine Tür eigentlich da. Jetzt ist sie offen.
No wonder he stays open late at night. People have to get their vitamins. Check through this stuff before we get back out there.
Was ist das hier? Ah.
Why cut someone who was already dead?
It's a typical power thing. Once the stiff is dead, the creep usually feels they can do whatever they like. Must have seen it during the war.
Okay, blutig ist das nicht.
So what are we hiding in here? This thing needs a combination.
Ah, warte mal. Hinweise. Erst. Jetzt. Zwei, fünf, drei, okay. Zwei. Fünf. Drei. Ah. Okay. Ist das nicht? Ist das nicht Sachen von den anderen toten Frauen? Blutiges Hemd.
This fruit stall punk gets about 10 seconds to explain before I pull his fucking arms off.
Clem!
God damn it, get after him, Cole.
Also wollten wir irgendwas anhängen, wer weiß. Aber warum fährt er
I'll
dann
try to
weg?
shoot out his tires. Wish me luck. Hit him. Clean this asshole off the road.
Der rennt mal wieder rein.
We should have grabbed him when we had the chance, Phelps.
When we had the chance, we didn't know he was our guy. Strange that he leave a trail of blood right back to his own market.
Maybe he wanted to be caught. A lot of them do.
Scheiße.
Phelps, you gotta get me closer. Hit him, Cole. Spin him out. I'll try to shoot out his tires. Wish me luck.
It's almost too perfect, isn't it?
There's no such thing as too perfect.
Anhalten, Polizei. Den hat es überschlagen ein bisschen, ne?
You're a sick man, Clem.
Ja, was? Er ist der verrückte Mann.
Outstanding job on this case.
Ja, das ist echt lustig.
The poor woman can now rest in peace.
Und Leute, ins Auto reinrennen, sind selber schuld.
Remind them that crime in this city does not go unpunished. When they finish with him at the receiving hospital, we'll have him up before the grand jury. I have a meeting this afternoon with the mayor lads. I'll be sure to mention your names. Now, on your way.
Ja, waren heute gut. Das haben wir auch gut gemacht. Ja, er war der Verrückte. Zauberhafte Schuletten. 16 von 17, also 8 von 8 Fragen richtig. In die Gaskammer zu schicken. Die Deutschen.
Sarge, why are the guys giving it to the doggies? They're riding in trucks, numbskull, while you're marching.
They look pretty badly beat up.
Yeah, they do it then. Scuttlebutt says it's pretty hard going down south.
Well, we'll find out soon enough. Recon always leads.
How can we fail, Skip, with the Shadow leading the show?
Who the fuck is a Shadow?
Lieutenant Phelps, the Shadow of Death.
What the fuck are you talking about?
He's a quiet fucker, Sarge. Never hear the bastard coming.
You're sitting there, field stripping a cigarette, and suddenly he's there looking down on you.
Why do you think we keep saluting that Jap-loving son of a bitch? He's bad juju.
That's enough out of you three. Bad juju? Where were you dragged up? A swamp?
Bad juju. Juju. Weiße Schuhe und ein Mord. Oder werde ich dann einen neuen Stream aufmachen? Und wie langsam die geht. Die schreit so richtig. Der bringt mich um, bitte.
Good morning, gentlemen, and what a grand morning it is, too. We have just cause for celebration. Galloway and Phelps are sending another fiend to San Quentin. A nice showy trial, and he'll be strapped down with gas seeping into his tiny reptile brain. Now, to fresh business. Galloway and Phelps, the task is at hand. The address is on the hill, north downtown off Fremont Avenue.
So. Aber das werde ich in einem neuen Video machen.
Is the new letter genuine?
Mach ich das einmal zu da jetzt.